Alright guys, so we got a little skip on a Ford F550 05 6 liter. I'm just going to start it up so you can hear it. Put the scanner on. We got number 1 and number 5 injector. So we're going to be ripping that off. We could get a little sounds like also exhaust leak. That off. Shut off so you can hear me. All right, so number 1 and number 5 injector is on the passenger side. So a good way to remember is passenger side, the firing order, it's odd, so passenger is odd. So you got 1, 3, 5, 7. So we're going to take off, see the intake, because when we get to this valve cover, it's a little more accessible than the other side. But so I'll start ripping some of this stuff off so you see a little better access. Alright, so we got some bolts out of the way. So now we got the glow plug controller, any sensors like to unplug to get out of the way so you can access some more. So let's see. Put your, as you can see, hitting you 10 milli. God, this little Milwaukee, best thing I've bought in years. Freaking, especially doing work like this. See how these plugs come off. Nice and easy, right? Nice and easy. Oh wow, did. Okay, so that's your glow plug controller. So I'm probably gonna unplug this stuff. It's going right to the battery, so I'm gonna disconnect it. I should disconnect the battery anyways to kind of lop the stuff over, get that more access to the valve cover. And then you got this bracket. I have to get away without taking any of this stuff off if you can. Alright, so I got these tied back. I always cover the intake like a nice colorful rag so you don't miss it. It's just a habit. So we're gonna take the bracket off. Actually, what I'll probably do is take this pressure sensor out. Nice and easy on these 05 and ups. Should get a socket. we go. Yeah, I guess I'm not very prepared for videos. I like to wing it, uncut, unfiltered. All right, so got that one so stuck. See, there's supposed to be there's a hole at the bottom, but the bolt's actually missing. Well, the fun. So now just take the fill neck off. All right. So all we got left is the valve cover bolts. There's a couple sucky ones in the back to get to. It's a tight fit. So you get that, and the tranny bracket down here. There's a bolt for the bracket. So grab that off, bolt everything. All right, so we get the valve cover off, get the high pressure oil manifold. Now you got two 12mm Allens for the dummy plug and standpipe. So before you do anything, you want to take those out. So you can crack them loose. So you got the dummy plug. I just always replace the whole thing. Anyways, anytime I do a side, I replace it. Then you got back here, you got this, should the other one. A little tight, not too bad. Shit in the way. So you get the standpipe, it's a 2-piece unit, and you gotta actually it's 2 pieces, so you gotta kind of pop it off the other. Alright, so let's see. The thing is, this is a 2-piece standpipe. Hits the heater AC unit. So you can split it in 2 pieces right there. You can see it splits. There is a potential for this falling down in there. It could be a pain. But so you can just split it and try to wiggle it through. It still kind of hits right here. Or you can unbolt everything as you pull it out, kind of be able to wiggle it, make room to kind of make clearance. So I think I'm going to get a vice grip, hold the bottom, try to wiggle it apart. It's 2-piece, and then so another reason I'm going to change it, you're going to put a vice grip on it. So it's pretty freaking tight. It's a pain to like split the time, so that was too easy. Only because I'm recording, but that's good. So 2-piece. And then there's gonna be lots of oil around, especially when you take the manifold off. So I'm gonna okay. So here's the other piece. So they just go together. So came off nice. Nicer than what I was expecting. So now you got these T30 heads, bolts, right, going all around. So crack them loose. I guess I'm going to have to hand do it. At least at first. They're tight. Can't remember the torque. I'm going to have to look it up again. So you're just going to go all around it, and you get some little clearance issues right here, so to get a shorter one. And then take a screwdriver, we'll pop it up. It's going to be very oily, so you want to have like a bucket nearby to put some rags down, pick it up, put it in the bucket, and then get the injector removal. Alright, so all the bolts are out. So I just usually, so it's just sitting on top of each injector. So I usually just take a screwdriver and pry it up. got a bucket waiting. Okay, so you see these little nipples. These are what get pressed on or pushed on to the top of the injector. So this right here is a hole that pushes on, creates a seal. So we got number 1 and number 5 we're changing. So to pop them out. So these are pretty easy. So the injector, it's spring loaded. Let me get you up right up to it. You push it in and then you lift it up. So put you back. Let it fall on. All right. So it comes loose, and then he's pushed down in. It's gotta it's like you gotta kind of squeeze it. It's that way. So you gotta squeeze it, and this will push through the head. There's a socket, size socket you can use. Let me go grab it. Alright, so the socket is 11/16. Oh, fuck. And what I do, fuck, I can't guess this spot. I take a socket and you put it at the top and you push it down. Sorry, my hand's in the way, but put a little force on it, but not too much. And what it'll do is it'll push the little tongs through, and then boom. So what you don't want to do is break them, because these little plastic things, you see these little plastic pieces will break off, go in, get into your oil. So do that. So now let me get going for this injector. T40 right there. Crack it loose. This one's a little easier to get to see, so crack it loose, and as you back it off, it'll lift up. So freaking tight in here. This right up. Oh, I was just gonna say grab the hold down, but I'll get that. Okay, so with the new injectors, you want to make sure you have the copper O-ring. You want to also make sure that down in there, the old copper O-ring isn't in there. Clean it out. And then what you're going to do, torque settings for this. Let me see. I'll put this at the end of the video also, but it's saying I got T40, so it's 24 foot-pounds, which is right here. So what you want to do, when you put the new one on, you can see there's a little tang right here. That's going to go right there. So when you put it in, it lines up, and then you lube it up, and then you place it in there. Let me see if I can get a little spot for you. Make sure you don't touch anything with the tip, just the tip. Seat it there, and then for a T40, you always start tightening it by hand. You'll see the self. Let's do it by hand for a little bit. Then I'll go down. You can this thing keeps moving on me, sorry. Oh shit. Alright, so once it's tightened good, you torque it down, torque wrench, then on this one, you take it, you push it through, line it up, push it through, and then you take the plug. You can see that, and you just line it up, plug it in. Alright, and then we're going to put the high pressure oil manifold back on, and see the holes right here. Those are going to line up with, let's let it drain with these ones, and then there'll be a torque sequence. You want to torque it once it's down in there, make sure it's seated. You want to torque it from the middle out. Once that's good, then they'll put the standpipes in. Alright, so we're gonna put the manifold in. I call it a manifold, high pressure manifold. People might have different names for it. Make sure you line it up on the injectors. Shit. Then take the standpipe, you remove half of it, like just the way it came out. It should pop right out. It's a little tight. So you want, that's in good. So you get the two-piece. So what I do, I put this in. It'll go down. Put this in. There. It'll pop in the other one. So now it's like, so now you just take the Torx, you bolt it down. Like I said, from the middle, you put them by hand, torque them down. And also you can put the dummy plug, same thing, oil it up. Dummy plug is going to go in here. Torque it down. I have the torque settings at the end of the video. Once that's in, now you just kind of reassemble and putting the valve cover on, everything back on the way you took it off, and then I'll get you back for the startup. Alright, everything's back together. Start her up. I know there's going to be air in the system, and I know there's an exhaust leak, so let's see. Hopefully the battery's good enough.
Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord.
Pressure. Okay, give it a second. Come on. Let her idle up. The air out. Gonna be some air in her for a little bit. I know it is, but sometimes when you use an injector, it takes a while for the air to get out. Sometimes gets out pretty quick. Alright, well, she's smoothing out. Still got that exhaust leak I gotta check out, but with those two on, injectors, no check engine light. So, thanks for watching.